My name is Noailly. I'm at the Graduate Institute in Geneva, and I'm happy to introduce this project on financing clean investment, financing investment in clean technology, which is a collaboration with Gaëtan de Rassenfoss, who is at the EPFL in Lausanne. So the key objective of this project is to investigate how society can steer and increase investment in clean technologies. Clean technologies are designed to reduce our impact on the environment, so think of renewable energy, green materials, or electric cars, for instance. Clean technologies are key to address climate change, as reducing our carbon emission would imply that we change our modes of transportation, that we change how we heat our homes, or how we produce electricity. But besides reducing carbon emission, clean tech also provides opportunities for the economy by creating jobs and new export markets, for instance. The sector represents about 5% of the total workforce in Switzerland today, and this share is growing fast over the last 5 years. Nonetheless, at the global level, our current investment in clean tech are still too low, and we'll need to scale up our investment significantly in the next 20 years if we want to achieve climate goals. So today, for instance, in terms of global investment in energy, about 70% of global investment is still going into oil, coal, and gas, as you can see on the top line here. Switzerland usually scores well in terms of clean tech innovations, but Swiss SMEs and startups find it difficult to raise capital. So in 2015, Swiss clean tech startups accounted for only 4% of total investment from venture capitalists, while 75% is going into life science startups. So why is it so challenging to raise investment in clean technologies? What makes clean tech different from other technologies like IT or pharmaceuticals? So in this project, we identified two main challenges for investment in clean tech. The first challenge has to do with uncertainty and instability of climate policies. So compared to other technologies, clean tech rely heavily on public policies, like subsidies of carbon taxes, but those policies tend to change frequently along the political or budget cycle, creating uncertainty for investors. Future policies may be uncertain when decisions are subject to popular voting, just like the energy strategy in Switzerland last May, which created a brake on investment. But commitments at climate change negotiation may also be rolled back, as we saw with Trump in the US, with likely consequences on the clean tech sectors. A second challenge of clean tech compared to other sectors is that traditional investors, like big energy firms, tend to be reluctant to invest in clean tech and to acquire promising clean tech startups via IPO, as this could disrupt their business model, which is usually based on dirty technologies. As a result, investors in clean tech tend to be of more diverse and small-scale nature, with often diverse motives than just profit-seeking. They may have altruistic or warm glow motives, for instance. So this raises the question on how to attract those new types of investors. Our project will look at these two challenges in turn. The first question will look at the impact of policy uncertainty on clean tech investment, while the second question will evaluate new financing tools to attract new types of investors into clean tech. The first work package will aim at building quantitative indicators of climate policy uncertainty. One indicator will be based on text mining of newspaper articles together with the Swiss Institute of Bioinformatics. And the other indicator will be based on expiration dates of environmental regulation together with the OECD. The second work package will use econometric techniques to estimate the impact of climate policy uncertainty on clean tech investments, as measured by patents or financial deals. We also aim to conduct a discrete policy experiment among Swiss angel investors. The second part of the project aims to evaluate financial tools to attract investors into clean tech. So in work package 3, we will evaluate the effectiveness of Venture Kick, a venture capitalist fund, by comparing the fate of clean tech versus other startups. And finally, our last work package will consider the effectiveness of crowdfunding for clean tech. This work package will particularly focus on understanding the profile of investors financing clean tech projects, and will exploit data from experiment.com, which is a crowdfunding platform. The research team is a collaboration between myself at the Graduate Institute and Gaëtan de Rassenfoss at the EPFL. So we'll combine my own expertise in environmental economics with Gaëtan's work on innovation and entrepreneurship policy. And the project also involves 2 PhD students, Matthias and Laura, who are also here today. The project will also involve 3 types of implementation partners with whom we will hold regular meetings. First, companies active in the clean tech sectors, that's on the left-hand side. Also, financial institutions like our partner VentureKick, and third, international policy institution. Next to standard dissemination in academic circle, we will use various ways to communicate our results to a broader audience. Cleantech Alps will dedicate several chapters of the Panorama de Startup Cleantech to our project, and we'll also build a dedicated website and publish blog posts, policy briefs, and press release. To conclude, we hope that the results of the project will help to clarify how a stable policy regime, a strength of Switzerland, can help to attract investors, but also how new financing model can relieve the constraints faced by young cleantech firms. In this way, the project will contribute to the NRP 73 goals of setting Switzerland on a sustainable economy pathway. Thank you.